Well, segueing from that, and I don't know how comfortable you are talking about it, or if you want to.
Yeah.
The wreck.
I knew we were going to get to this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you first. I'm like, dude, are you sick of talking about this?
Well,
like,
we got it. No, I'm fine.
I'm interested
seriously.
We need the clickbait.
I don't want to obviously to make light of the situation at all. Glad you and the owner are okay, and but at the same time, from the marketing and the business, the pragmatic side of my brain, when I'm listening to all this of what's going on with building the channel and stuff, at what point when that's happening, at what point did it click? Because you're a businessman.
Yeah.
You want to be successful.
Yeah.
What point did it click? You're like, man, I'm hurting and this sucks, but I know we got some content. And I'm not trying to be crude.
No, dude, bro, you're good. One thing you'll figure out with me quickly is I got no bullshit in me. I just say it as it is, And so that one, we actually didn't have a plan of making a video out of it. But our editor at the time, he still works with me at the shop, but he was editing at the time, and he said, you know what, dude? I think we can make a great video out of this. And he said, here's what I want you to do. And the video you see is what we did. He set me up in the shop. I narrated how that day went.
Yeah.
And we found it. We figured, and believe me, I knew as soon as it went up, as sick as some people are out there that can't turn away from a train wreck, it's going to go fucking ballistic. It's our only viral video ever. We don't create viral content. Most of the people that watched it didn't actually watch anything except for the crash part, right? But we felt like it was an opportunity within our community to actually make a difference. Because I can guarantee you, I'm willing to bet money on this one. I'll bet you guys have all been in cars that have harnesses before and have put on your lap belt only.
Yep.
Or maybe not even the lap.
Yep.
Right? Because you're just cruising down the road. If you're going to get after it, of course you're going to throw on the harnesses. We were just shooting our roller shots. Our roller shots were basically speed limits. So that was 0.1, right? Now, yeah, believe me, dude, I get in a car and I don't care if I'm going out the fucking driveway. I'm putting on the harnesses, I had a Mustang when I was a kid that made a whopping 300 horsepower, and the accelerator used to stick on it all the time. You kick it and it dropped back down, and life's good. So when he told me his accelerator was sticking, I related it back to that, not thinking that I'm in a 1,300 horsepower car. 1,300 horsepower sticking at 2,000 RPMs, you might want to pull over, right? And it was a series of those, like, I felt like we gave a great lesson to people in complacency. How easy it is. I smelled fucking brakes on the car. And I even said, as we were dropping down the hill, I was like, God, dude, I smell a lot of brakes right now. And he said, yeah, but look, the car still stops. And we stopped. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're good to go. Probably should have pulled over and checked shit out, But the other thing is, too, I'm not a mechanic. I don't work on shit. I won't even change a battery on a car. I go grab my neighbors to change a battery. Like, I hate doing what you guys do. Despise doing it. I like what you guys do at the end part of it. So all of these things, but that's the average enthusiast, I would say, too, is the guy like me that doesn't wrench, that maybe didn't think through any of the things that we did. And we felt like it was an opportunity. And believe me, I've had people like Jim Ring was giving me shit at last SEMA. He's like, I can't even pull out of the damn shop now without everybody saying, put your harnesses on, because he's the one that test drives the cars when they finish them up, And he was joking with me about it. But I don't know. I thought it was a great opportunity to make a difference in our community. And, did we gain a shit ton of subscribers from it? We did. And that video is by far our most profitable video.
Especially when you cannot stop the people from commenting their opinion on exactly what happened, how it happened, and how it could have been prevented.
Dude, and I have heard, because I actually, believe it or not, I read the comments. Now, do I read them all? No, I think that video is over 30,000 comments now or something. It's bonkers. But I've read a fuck ton of them, and I've responded to a ton of them, mostly being nice, plenty of them, some version of go fuck yourself, and sometimes even worse. But, I'm in touch with what's going on with that video. And I felt like I still stand true that I felt like we made a difference in our community. Cause I can tell you friends of mine that have come up, hey dude, check out the interior I just did on my car. I added a harness bar and I have harnesses in my car and I put them on. I regularly people don't ever tech inspect their cars. Guys like you do, because you guys it's what you do for a living. Right. You build vehicles, you know. I'll bet you guys have clients that probably have never changed a battery or a tire or anything in their lives, you know, and at best they send their car to you when it's time to have an oil change or a service, but are they regularly tech inspecting their cars every few hundred miles or whatever, whatever you'd recommend?
When and how did you let the owner of that car know that you were doing that video?
You're like, it's either this or I'm suing you, dude. So it's like, let me do it.
Which I didn't do that.
Right.
Believe me, I had people going, I get it. I took the insurance money and it paid for my dental work and, a few other things. But, we made the video and we sat and watched it, and I called the guy up, and I don't even know him. I had talked to him on the phone one time, and then I met him the day we shot the video. So it's not like he's a close pal of mine or something, but I did call him and say, hey, look, we're making a video out of this. We feel like there's a great opportunity to make a difference. And he was actually really cool about it. I think he might have gotten hurt a little bit once it went live and people were just saying horrible things to him, all the things he should have done, including like, why didn't you just do a quick backflip and spin the car the other direction? And
that's what I was thinking when the fucking throttle's hanging and the brakes are
you've seen Fast and Furious. I mean, come on, Vin Diesel can wheelie every fucking car in the world, man. Yeah, so he didn't seem like he was rubbed wrong by it, though. I've talked to him a couple times. He even came up to the shop after that video was live and hung out with us for a day, and we were talking about how we were recuperating from our injuries. And
dude, I'll say this. I think you took it like a champ, because I saw it, and I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, it could have been so much worse, right? Have you seen that video that went viral? The dude driving the fountain powerboat. And it's all the chicks in it, and he's like throttling it, and he just gets KO'd to the side. That guy's life, it's pretty much over, right? Because it didn't look good for him.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like it was like getting smoked by like Tyson, and you just took a knee.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how it looked. It was like you kept it together pretty good. For a violent fucking accident, man.
Well, now we know what I look like when I'm fucking completely panicked, man. Endless amounts of these comments about shows what a real asshole you must be that you didn't mention anything about the people you hit. Well, you're right, because typically you would, if you were in a fender bender, you'd be able to talk to each other. I was knocked the fuck out for a little bit. Then when I woke up and pulled myself out of the car, I was quickly whisked away in an ambulance, asking the guy, because I've never been in an ambulance before. So I'm asking the EMT, I was like, how fucking bad am I? If I'm going off in an ambulance here, is this shit really bad? And so gotta admit, I was a bit more concerned about myself than the person we had hit, and I never got the opportunity to speak to the guy. I'm not a bullshit person, so I could have easily put in the video, and the guy we hit was fine. I didn't know how he was, other than the guys told me, he had a small little scratch on his forehead. It was so that one I kind of took a little personally, because it was like, you fucking morons. Are you kidding me? Hang out with me for a second and you'll figure out I kind of give a shit about people, So had I had the opportunity, And by the way California law works, because I tried to contact the police department. I tried to contact the insurance company to see if I could get a hold of the fucking guy and say, hey, sorry, I was passenger in the car that rammed you. They don't release any of that information, But that one definitely, that one still hits me pretty good.